This video is brought to you by Answerly, a question platform that pays you for adding high-quality answers on different questions. The users are rewarded in Answerly tokens, which they can easily convert into dollars or any other cryptocurrency by using one of the exchanges mentioned in the description. Most people have heard of alpha and beta males, but what if you don't fit into one of these categories? In that case, you must be a sigma male. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we will show you 6 signs that you're a sigma male. One of the most sought after, most mysterious, and most attractive males out there is what we would call the sigma male. And what you have to understand is that as humans, since pretty much the beginning of mankind, we've been searching for something, and this something is to find out who we truly are. And in the same way that the character that you choose in a video game determines that skills and abilities you start the game with, the archetype that you identify with as a man in real life allows you to fully harness your strengths and your weaknesses. Now, what you have to realize is that alpha, omega, beta, sigma, and so on are simply what you would call archetypes, so they serve as a way to simplify a set of personality traits for a certain type of man. Many of us strive to be more like the alpha male, when at the same time the personality is more suited to that of the sigma. And it's true, all of us have the potential to play pretty much any archetype at any time, depending on the situation that we're in. But every single one of us has an archetype that we naturally identify with more than the others. For many men, the alpha and the sigma archetypes come more naturally when they're alone with 2 to 3 girls and no other males within the group. Now, always keep in mind that we're not defined exclusively by one single archetype, and that the archetype that we play will depend on dynamic changes within our social environment and depending on things like who else is around us. This leads us to number 1, which is the first sign that you could be a sigma male and not even realize it. Number 1, doing your own thing. The number 1 sign, or the one thing that sets the sigma apart from the alpha, the omega, and all the other male archetypes, is the lone wolf attitude. So if you're a guy who frequently thinks of himself as a lone wolf and you like spending time by yourself and you thoroughly enjoy doing your own thing most of the time, then you could be more of a sigma than you ever thought. Men who identify with a sigma male don't rely on others very much. They don't care about social media and broadcasting through the world their personal life, and to be honest, some people might even refer to them as loners. But rather than seeing this doing your own thing as a sort of weakness, the sigma actually draws inner strength from not needing the social validation that others constantly seek. And in terms of attraction, many girls find this level of independence incredibly attractive. Before we proceed to the next sign of being a sigma male, make sure to smash the subscribe button, click the notification bell right now, for you don't want to miss out on the remaining 5 signs, since you could be one of the clueless sigma males out there. Next up, number 2, ability to control a room. Now you might be thinking to yourself, I thought only the alpha males dominate a room. But the truth is that both the sigma and the alpha have the ability to control pretty much any room that they walk into, but they simply do it in different ways. Alphas are well known to dominate the environment they walk into using loud, straightforward behavior, but the sigma achieves the same goal using a quiet, mysterious kind of energy. Now, once again, the sigma is able to play on his natural tendency to keep to himself and convey to the people around him in a quiet, confident, mysterious sort of vibe. People in the room are looking around at both the alpha and the sigma, and they're wondering what it's about the sigma that gives him nearly as much control over the room as the alpha, and eventually they realize that it's the mystery that makes him so incredibly appealing. Also, keep in mind that this mysterious, confident vibe is the thin line that the sigma walks, and quietness without confidence will put you into the weird category of men. Number 3, self-sufficiency. People all over the world, particularly females, find a man who doesn't really need anything from anyone incredibly attractive, because most unattractive behaviors that men engage in are actually caused by neediness. Now, depending on the situation, this could be an excessive need for validation or for attention, or even for things like needing somebody to do your laundry for you. So for those of you guys out there who still have your moms doing your laundry, there's a good chance that you might not be the best fit for the sigma archetype. Independence is incredibly attractive, and even men find it much easier to respect other men who are self-sufficient. Because if you get into a tricky situation in life, the sigma is the one who will have your back and you won't have to tell him what to do. Being self-sufficient means, as an adult, being able to bring home the bacon both literally and figuratively speaking, but it also represents things like self-sufficient character traits, such as drawing your own inner strength and motivation and not needing excessive validation from other people. Next up is something that you really don't want to miss because it's the highly important trait of any Sigma male. Have any idea? Number 4. Ability to think deeply. Most Sigma males tend to think with a very analytical mind, and some would even say that they overthink things. Now, the important thing to remember here is that, by nature, people who think like this tend to be very intelligent. In this regard, the Sigma male is naturally more intelligent than other archetypes, and the ability to maintain that mysterious frame makes him so incredibly appealing to other people. Put simply, the Sigma is the guy in the movies who's always one step ahead of the bad guys, and no matter what gets thrown at him, he always finds a way to win in the end. Number 5. Being rebellious. You see, all Sigmas have a sort of dark side to them, meaning they're actually more of a bad boy than your typical person, and this whole attitude serves to make them even more attractive. The Sigma is the guy who doesn't get into trouble all the time, but who has no problem pushing the boundaries on what society views as acceptable behavior. And it's this exact frame of mind that sets the Sigma apart from other men and allows him to truly stand out and be unique. While most other people play the role of the sheep and simply do what everyone else is doing or what everyone else tells them to do, at the core, a Sigma is basically an introverted alpha, meaning he has many of the same traits as the alpha, such as inner confidence and strength. But at the same time, he displays these traits in a quiet, mysterious kind of way rather than being loud and entirely straightforward. Choosing the archetype that best fits your personality can help you win many situations in real life by playing to your strengths rather than playing to your weaknesses. Something that you have to understand is that inside every one of us is a particular archetype that we identify with more than any of the others. And by knowing and understanding this archetype, we can better play to it and basically amplify our own strengths while avoiding shining a light on our particular weaknesses. Now, hands down to one of the most powerful, rarest, and attractive archetypes out there is by far what would you call our last sign to say you're a Sigma male. Number 6. The Sigma. Now, many of you will identify with this particular archetype, and many of you won't. But like in a video game, if you want the best shot at winning, you have to understand what particular archetype you identify most with, and basically figure out how you can play to that in a way that amplifies the skills and the strengths that you already have as a person that you've picked up since the time that you were born and throughout the experiences that you have had in your life. Above all, Sigma personalities were once thought to be a rare breed of person that was living against the rules of society in some way, but these days, with the rise of the internet and the ability to work and live anywhere, and Sigmas are coming out of their shells and becoming more mainstream. Also, keep in mind that whether you are an alpha, beta, or fall into this other category of Sigma person, be confident in who you are. And remember that while you might stand out or blend in, it's important to always just be yourself and be okay with that, because at the end, faking a personality or pretending to like a life that doesn't suit you will definitely harm you in serious ways. Have you found your personality in those 6 signs? Let us know your thoughts on these 6 signs that you're a Sigma male in the comments section down below. If you like this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. To learn more about Answerly and Answerly tokens, check out the links in the description.